Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Aaron's Shop Notes. My name is Aaron and this is my home machine shop. I'm excited to finally get this channel off the ground and share with you my journey on designing and making things with my own hands. So, a little background on me. I've always loved things that moved. From a little kid, I thought I wanted to work on cars, but I quickly realized that was not the right fit for me, and I moved into the engineering side of things. So I did my undergrad and master's in mechanical engineering, and I did a minor in computer science, so I have some programming background as well. With that, I started my career as a mechanical design engineer at a small startup, and since then I've sort of moved into the test engineering side of things, so a little bit of mechanical design and some programming and PLC programming as well. My interest in machining started kind of unexpectedly. At my first job, it was a startup, it was a pretty small company, and so we all wore a lot of hats. We didn't have a machinist, but we got a Haas VF3 3-axis mill, and someone had to learn how to use it. And that someone was me. And I quickly discovered that machining was pretty awesome. I loved it. I loved the hands-on aspect of it. I loved being able to translate my designs directly into something that I can touch and feel and use. And so that's where the rabbit hole began. And the story has wrote itself ever since. I haven't actually started building my shop until just recently, about 6 months ago or so. I moved into this place where I now have a garage and access to a place to put my machines. So that's when the building began. I've been inspired by so many people in the YouTube community and the maker space that have given the community so much, taught the community so much, including me. Artisan Makes, Not an Engineer, Inheritance Machining, Cloud42, This Old Tony are all creators that I've watched throughout the years and I've gotten a lot from, and I'm hoping to give back to the community just like they have. Share my journey along the way. I don't know everything. I don't know a lot, actually. I'm pretty new to this whole machining thing, but hopefully I can learn along the way. You guys can help me learn, and hopefully you guys learn something along the way. So I'm going to give you a tour of the shop, the equipment I have so far, and some of the projects that we got coming up. All right, let's start at the lathe. This is the first machine that I bought for the shop about 6 months ago. I spent a lot of time going back and forth on what brand I wanted, what size I wanted, but I saw this face pop up on Facebook Marketplace for a good deal, and it was hard to say no to. So this is a Grizzly G0602 lathe. It is a 10 by 22 lathe, which certainly is not big, but it also is not small, and it's very capable. So far, I've ripped out the motor and I put in a 1 horsepower 3-phase motor, following along with the project that Cloud42 did. And yeah, I got a lot of plans for this thing. I either am going to do the electronic lead screw project myself, try to tackle that, design and build it myself, and maybe add some cool features like auto start stop threading, and we'll go over the programming needed for that and all of that. Or I might just end up doing the route of a full CNC conversion. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think I want to be able to maintain its manual functionality, but we'll see. I also want to design and build my own solid tool post riser to increase the rigidity, and yeah, we'll have some cool projects for this one along the way. So next up, we got the big boy in the garage, my mill. This is a 2 horsepower variable speed Bridgeport, probably from around the 80s, that I picked up not too long ago. I love this thing so far. It's incredible, the amount of capability that it introduces to the shop. It takes up a lot of space for a little garage shop. You got to think long and hard if this is what you want, especially when you're working with a half of a garage. But so far, I have not regretted that decision. I got it powered by a VFD and a control box that I built myself, but there are definitely still a few upgrades I want to tackle here. I want to build a rolling base for it, especially in a home shop, having things on wheels, and especially a machine this big, it would be very, very helpful. So I got that one coming up. I've already ordered materials for it. I got to install a power drawbar, and of course, making a bunch of tooling for it. I got to make a fly cutter, slitting saw arbor, whatever else I can dream up. Over here, we got my very modest welding setup. I just picked this thing up. It's a Vulcan OmniPro 220 from Harbor Freight. It's a multi-process welder, but I'll probably be using it mostly for MIG work most of the time. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at welding yet, so if you got any tips, I'd love to hear them. One of my first welding projects is going to be a classic, the rolling cart for this thing. And yeah, we'll go from there. I expect this thing will be used a lot in all of the projects I can dream up. And then we've got the 3D printer, a Bambu Lab X1 Carbon. There's not much to say about this. Everyone knows who they are and how amazing they are. for rapid prototyping, iteration, and even nowadays machine parts, machine components. It's pretty amazing what you can do with a 3D printer nowadays, so there's not much I can add that other people have not already said. I'm obviously not the best at 3D printing, but I do have a lot of design experience, so I'm hoping we can go through some CAD sessions and I can show you some tricks and design work and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, definitely stick around. And last but certainly not least, we have our shop dog, Loki. He's a 4-year-old Belgian Malinois, and he is going to be featured a lot in these videos. So that's all the equipment in the shop. The big headers, the mill, the lathe, the 3D printer, and the welder. And between those 4 things, you can make up pretty much anything you want. In terms of future projects I want to work on, biggest thing, CNC conversion. I want to make a CNC mill. I want to keep the Bridgeport manual so that I can maintain that sort of manual functionality that comes with it. But it's going to be needed to make my CNC conversion. So that'll be a fun, very in-depth project that hopefully we can all learn stuff along the way. Other than that, I want to design and build a belt grinder, probably a 2x72 belt grinder, and got a whole bunch of other projects on the list. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of small projects along the way, fixtures, work holding tools, whatever else we can dream up. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of detours and mistakes along the way, but we'll have fun and hopefully we'll learn a lot. So that's a quick overview of who I am, my shop, and what I hope to accomplish with this channel. Thanks for watching, and if this is the type of thing that interests you, consider giving me a subscription. I'll be sharing everything I learn as I go, and hopefully we'll both pick up a few things. See you in the next video.